Ever feel lost in a sea of medical scans, overwhelmed by confusing diagnosis and treatment options? There's a light in the darkness. In this particular video, we'll be creating our own AI-powered medical detective. Upload any medical image and watch as Gemini Pro Vision, a cutting-edge AI model, unveils the hidden story. Get instant recommendations, uncover potential problems, and explore treatment options, all at your fingertips. No more cryptic doctor speak, no more endless Googling. This application puts the power of medical AI in your hands. This isn't just a project, it's a revolution. Take control of your health, one image at a time. Join us as we build this cool application, the future of medical understanding. We will be using Python, the most amazing programming language in the world, Steamlit for the front end, and the Google's most powerful Gemini Pro Vision model, which was recently launched in December 2023. So without further ado, fasten your seat belts, let's get started. Alright, so let's just first see the demo of this particular project, Alright, so this is our application you can see right over here, So let me just upload the image which I have just downloaded, So I just uploaded this image, So if I just click on generate the analysis, so it says like, here is the analysis based on your image. Alright, so now you will find four things here. First of all, you'll find the detailed analysis you can see right over here, about this image. It says like, it's the case of lesions on the left side of the tongue, So this is the detailed analysis. You can read more about this. Then we have like findings report, which says like this is the case of SSC, squamous cell carcinoma, which is a type of cancer, So you can read more about this. Then we have like recommendations and next step, It says like you need to see a specialist, for further evaluation. Then it says that the specialist may need to perform biopsy to test whether the diagnosis is correct or not. And further it says like you may need surgery, Then it gives out like treatment suggestions. It says like depending on the stage of cancer, the treatment may vary, And patient preferences also play a role. Then there's a disclaimer which says like for medical advices, it's not like a good approach to like use AI, whether you should like go and consult with a doctor, So this is our application. You can see that it's looking really nice, All right, so as you have seen the demo of this project, let's just try to see how to set this project, So I will simply create a new folder and I will call it as Medical Image Detection App, I will simply open this folder inside of command prompt. Then I will type in like code space dot to open this up inside of VS Code. So you can see right over here that this folder is successfully open, So now what I need to do, I need to simply create a file, So this file will be a Python file. I will save it as like API underscore key dot py, This file will actually hold in our API key. So I can say like API underscore key equals. So this would be a variable actually, So to get your Google's API key, what you need to do, you just need to go to like makersuite.google.com, This website is actually for Google AI Studio. So after like coming onto this page, you need to go to like get API key section and create a new one. And I will simply copy like the first one, which is already there. So I will paste in my API key right here, So there's my API key, you can see. And now what I'll do, I'll simply create a new file, I will save it as like app.py. And this file will actually take in all of our like logic and code, This is the main Streamlit file for us. So here, first of all, I need to import necessary modules, For that, first of all, I will import Streamlit as st. Then I can say from pathlib, import path to like set our paths and everything. Now we need to import Google Generative AI. So I will say import google.generative AI as Gen AI. Okay. So yeah, these are actually the modules which we need. Okay. All right. So to use these modules, what you need to do, you just need to go to like the terminal. Okay. Open up a new terminal and you need to like install a few things. So I will say pip install. First of all, I need like Streamlit, okay? And then actually I need Google Generative AI, okay? I'll hit enter to like install these libraries. I think I already have installed them previously, so it says like requirement already satisfied. If you don't have, it will install them for you, okay? That's not an issue. So that's it for like the setup part of this project, okay? Now let's just move on to designing the front end of this application. So for that, what I'll do, first of all, I'll set the page config, okay? For that, I'll use this line of code which says like st.page_config, and page title would be like vital image analytics, which would be the name of my application as well, okay? Page icon would be like robot, which is fine, okay? Now I will try to like set the logo, okay? This is not required, but if you want to, you can do that, okay? So for that, I will take in like this logo, I will copy the path and paste it here, okay? So now let's just try to run and see like what is actually visible on the screen. So I'll open up a new terminal and I'll simply say like Streamlit run app.py, okay? It will spin up a server for you. So then you can use your application locally. So all right, I got an error like no module named Google.generative AI, okay? Yeah, there is a spelling mistake, okay? Let me see. Yeah, there is an E, generative AI. So I will save it, refresh my page once again. So now you can see that my logo is actually visible here. So that's looking like kind of cool and nice, okay? I think 150 should be fine for now, okay? So if I just refresh the page, yeah, that's looking good, okay? Now, what I need to do, I need to actually set up the title for the page, okay? So yeah, set the title. Let me just close this thing. And for that, there would be like st.title. So yeah, I'll give it this title, okay? Which is looking kind of cool, like vital image analytics, okay? This would be the name of my application. So if I just refresh this page once again, so you can see right over here, now it's kind of looking cool and amazing, okay? Now, what I need to do, yeah, now I need to set the subtitle, which will take in like st.subheader, where we can say an application that can help users to identify medical images, okay? So yeah, that's fine for now. So let's see how that will appear on the screen, okay? Yeah, that's looking nice. Now we need to actually upload the files, okay? So I can say uploaded file, okay? And this would be equals to like st.fileuploader. Here we can say like upload the medical image for analysis, okay? Type would be like, it could be PNG, JPG, and JPEG, okay? All right, so now we must have got like a file uploader on our screens, okay? So if I just refresh my page, I think I didn't save my application, okay? So here you can see that it says upload medical images for analysis, and we can simply browse the files, okay? Like it could be PNG, JPG, or JPEG, okay? So yeah, we are going according to the plan, okay? Now we actually need a button, okay, to generate our analysis, okay? So I would say like submit_button equals st.button, and I will say like generate the analysis, okay? And then we could say like if submit button is pressed. For now, I'll simply give it a pass, okay? So if we just go back to our UI, okay, and if I refresh my page, so you can see that I have a button. I'll upload any image here. For instance, I upload this one, okay? Click on like generate the analysis, and it will actually perform the actions, okay? Now our front end is like complete. It's there. You can see right over here. Now, what we need to do, we need to create the main logic of this application, okay? Like if we open this thing, which is like Google AI Studio, okay? So if I just go back So this is like the Gemini provision model, which we are going to use, okay? But we're going to use it like according to our needs, okay? So if I say like what is going on in this particular image, okay? If I just try to give it like with this prompt, then you will see that it will actually take in the image, take in this prompt, which will be actually our system prompt in our case, okay? And it will bring back the response in the form of text, okay? So this is the response, you can see right over here. Now, if we just click on like get code, so this is our code for like Python, okay? So Google has made it like that easy, okay? First of all, we need to set up our model. Then we need to specify the safety settings. Then we need to configure our model, okay? Then we need to validate that the image is actually present. Then there are like two image parts, okay? First one is like the image. The second one is the path, okay? Then the other one is like the prompt parts, okay? So there our system prompt will go, which I'll show you in a while, okay? And from here, we'll get the response. So this is actually the code you can see right over here. So what I'll do, first of all, I need to configure like Gen AI, okay, with my API key. So for that, what we can do, first of all, we can say like from API key, okay, this file, import this variable, okay. So I'll say import API underscore key. Okay, so this variable is now available inside of this file. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to configure our Gen AI. So I'll say configure Gen AI with API key. Okay, so I'll give it like Gen AI.configure API key equals your API key. That would be equals to this variable. Okay, so my API key is there. Then we need to set up our model, okay? I'll simply take all of this, okay, and paste it right here. So generation underscore config, like providing it with like these configurations, temperature, okay? The lower the temperature, the less creative a model becomes, okay? So for now, 0.4, like standard one is fine. There are top P, top K, and like max token output, okay? Then what we need to do, we need to actually apply the safety settings as well, okay? We'll take them and go like as it is, okay? So I'll say like apply safety settings, okay? And these are my safety settings. Like for the harassment one, it will block medium and above, okay? For like hate speech, it will also like block medium and above. And for other ones, it's basically the same, okay? So if you want to change them, you can simply like adjust it from here, like edit safety settings option, okay? Now we need to configure our model, okay? So I'll say like model configuration. So here it is, like model equals Gen AI.generative AI, and we're using like Gemini provision model, okay? So generation config takes in like this thing, generation config, and safety settings taken like these safety settings. Then we will be using these to actually prompt the model, which I'll show you in a while, okay? So basically there are two models of Gemini. One is like simple text model and one is with vision. So we are using the vision one, okay? After the button is actually pressed, what we'll do, we'll process our upload image, okay? So I'll say process the uploaded image. Okay, then here what I'll say image underscore data, that would be equals to uploaded file dot get value. Okay, that's fine. Now we need to create a like this variable. Let me show you once again. So there was like image parts. Okay, I need to grab this one and modify according to my needs. Okay, let me just intend it accordingly, and this will come right here. Okay, so image part. In here, that's fine, or we can say like image /PNG, and here image data will go, okay? Instead of path, I'll simply specify image data, okay? Now, we need to set up our prompt as well. For that, I'll simply copy this thing, okay? Come down here, and so here I'll get rid of this thing, okay? Then here I need to provide in with like the system prompt. So for that, what we can do, we can create a variable on the top that will take in our system prompt. So I'll say system underscore prompt, and that would be a lengthy one. So I can simply create it in this way. I already have created one. Okay. All right. So here is our system prompt. We are saying to this model as a highly skilled medical practitioner specializing in image analysis, you are tasked with examining medical images for a renowned hospital. Your expertise is crucial in identifying any anomalies, diseases, or health issues that may be present in the image. Okay. Now remember, we're telling it for the responsibility. So your responsibilities include, I can say, detailed analysis, thoroughly analyze each image, focusing on identifying any abnormal findings. Okay. The second one would be findings report, document all observed anomalies or signs of diseases, clearly articulate these findings in a structured format. Okay. Number 3 would be recommendations and next steps. Based on your analysis, suggest potential next steps, including further tests or treatments as applicable. Okay. Number 4 would be treatment suggestions. If appropriate, recommend possible treatment options or interventions. Okay. Then these are important notes. Number 1 would be scope of response. Only respond if the image pertains to human health issues. Number 2 would be clarity of images. In cases where the image quality impedes clear analysis, note that certain aspects are unable to be determined based on provided image. Basically, we're saying our model that if the image is not clear, you should not actually just bluff or do any fake analysis. Rather, you can say unable to be determined based on the provided image. This system prompt is basically we are trying to train our model according to our scenario. Okay. Number 3 would be a disclaimer. Accompany your analysis with a disclaimer. Okay. Consult a doctor before making any decisions. Okay. And finally, we are saying your insights are valuable in guiding clinical decisions. Please proceed with the analysis adhering to the structured approach outlined above. So basically what will happen, this prompt which I am taking here will go inside of this one. I'll get rid of this thing, get rid of this as well. Okay. Now this prompt will go here instead of this image. Okay. This is the test image which we loaded from the library. There are a lot of test images which we can see. Here the main medical image will go from our UI. So based on this image and this prompt, it will bring back the suggestions or these 4 things basically: detailed analysis, findings report, recommendations and next steps, and treatment suggestions if possible. Okay. So these will be the 4 things that it will bring back to us. So let's see now. Now what we can do here, we can simply grab this system prompt variable and we can just come down here and instead of this, okay, what is going on in this particular image, we can simply just provide in with system prompt, which is nothing but this whole system prompt. Now, basically our image is ready, our prompt is ready. Okay. Now we actually need to, basically this one was for making our image ready. Okay. Then this one was for making our prompt ready. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to generate a response based on prompt and image. Okay. That's what we are going to do here. I think, yeah, that's not fair. Actually, I need to pull this bracket up and paste this down here. Okay. Because this bracket is part of the prompt parts and we are going to generate response after that. Okay. So now what I can say, a response equals, that's actually given in the documentation. You don't need to worry about. If I just try to click on get code. Okay. So here it is. Okay. Response equals model.generate underscore content. So Google has made it pretty much simple. You can see right over here. You just need to design any application right on the Google AI Studio. When you click on get code, it will provide you with all the code like in JavaScript, in Curl, Android, Kotlin, and Swift as well. Now, whether you are developing the iOS applications or Android application, this thing is like crazy. Okay, you can see right over here if I just click on Swift. So this is the complete code for any Swift application like iOS application. So we are dealing with Python. So I can simply copy this line, okay, and I can simply paste this line here. Okay, response equals model.generate_content, and we are providing it with like prompt parts which already has like image part. So now we need to like print response.text. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply print it on the console for now. Okay, so let me just see whether my application is running or not. So if I just go terminal, okay, yeah, it's up and running. Let me just save my file first. Okay, let me just try to refresh my application. Yeah, seems like there are no errors. Let me just try to upload any image. Okay, click on like generate the analysis. Working, you can see right over here. I'm curious whether it will bring back the response or not. Okay, yeah, it actually just brought back the response. Okay, you can see right over here. It's saying like you have this disease. Okay, one last thing, instead of print, let's just like write it on the screen. Okay, on the UI, I would say, yeah, st.write, and that would be like response.text. Okay, now let's see. Let me just refresh my UI. Okay, now if I just click on browse files and take like this image, okay, which is my test image, I've uploaded this image. I'll click on generate the analysis. Okay, now it's actually going to be visible on the screen. Okay, the analysis. All right, so it's saying like analyzing the provided medical image, it is evident that the patient is suffering from a severe case of bolus, whatever it is. I don't know much about like the medical terminology. This is an autoimmune disease that causes large fluid-filled blisters to form on the skin. Okay, the blister can be very painful and itchy, and they can also lead to infection. Okay, the blisters are typically found on arms, legs, and trunk. However, in some cases, they can also affect the face and scalp. The blisters can range in size from small pea to large grapefruit. Oh my god. Bolus, whatever it is a chronic disease, which means that it can last for a long time. The treatment for it typically involves medications to suppress the immune system and reduce inflammation. In some cases, hospitalization may be necessary. If you are experiencing any symptoms of like this disease, it is important to see a doctor right away. Early diagnosis and treatment can help to prevent serious complication. And here's the disclaimer. Okay, so actually this thing is looking really great. I love the response. Okay, Google's Gemini Pro Vision model is like really powerful. It is like really accurate, but I want to like modify this response. Okay, so if I just try to go back to my system prompt where I just gave it like all the details. Okay, so I could say here, please provide me an output response with these 4 headings. Okay, because I want them to like be separated. Okay, like I want it, first of all, it give me a heading of like detailed analysis, in which it provides me with the detailed analysis. Then it gives me a heading of like findings report. Then it gives me the heading of like recommendations and next step. Then the treatment suggestions. I hope you got my point. So I can copy this. Okay, detailed analysis, then findings report. Like you need to tweak with your models. Okay, like you need to like play around with these like system prompts if you want to like generate some other use case. Other than that, everything would be like as simple as like I am doing. In just like less than 100 line of code, you will be able to make any of your application. It's totally up to you. But all of the game is for like this system prompt. Let's see now, will it change the response or not? Okay. All right, let me just try to refresh my page. Okay, upload the image once again. Yeah, this is my image. Generate the analysis. Yeah, now it's looking like really nice. You can see right over here, detailed analysis. The image presents a detailed view of a patient's back. Okay, let me show you the image as well. I know it might be like annoying for like a lot of people, but yeah, I should like show you the image. So this is my image which I gave to my model. Okay, so it says like the image presents a detailed view of a patient's back, showcasing numerous raised fluid-filled blisters. The blisters vary in size, some appearing small and other like forming like larger lesions. Okay, the surrounding skin exhibits redness and inflammation. Then there is the finding report. Based on the analysis of the image, following findings are noted. Okay, you can read like these 4 finding report. Then their recommendation. Given the presentation, the following recommendation are suggested. Consult a dermatologist or relevant healthcare professional. Then consider additional diagnostic tests such as skin biopsy, or provide supportive care to alleviate symptoms such as pain management and wound care. Then there are treatment suggestions. The appropriate treatment will depend upon underlying cause of blisters. Therefore, specific treatment recommendation cannot be made solely on the image. Consult with a healthcare professional for personalized treatment advice. Then we have a disclaimer. This is very important. Consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making decisions regarding your health. Because I believe at this point of time, the AI is powerful, but not powerful enough that you are relying on AI for medical diagnosis or stuff like that. Maybe in the future it gets like that worthy enough. At the time being, I think that this disclaimer is fine. Alright, so you can see that our application is working fine, but I need a couple of things. I actually want to show this image onto the screen to the users, so that after generating this, they might know what image they have provided, because it's really difficult to check the image from here. So it should be visible somewhere on the screen, on the top, it would be perfect. So for that, what I'll say, if we just come down here, so this is my uploaded file. Let me just try to simply display it. So if I just comment this out, for now, and if I just give it st.image, let me see whether it was image. Yeah, image. st.image, and let me just provide it with let me just save it. And if I just go back to my UI, refresh my page, select the file once again. This is my test file. If I just click on generate analysis, so now you can see that it's looking nice. Maybe I can specify the width as well equals 500, to control this actually. So if I just refresh it once again and give any file here, now it's really huge. I actually want to make it 250 probably. That would be enough. Let's check it once again. Yeah, here's the test image. Click on generate the analysis. Why don't we show the users after they have uploaded the image? That would be really nice, not after clicking on generate the analysis. Let's see if we can do that. So for that, I'll simply grab this thing from here. So what we can do, here's the uploaded file. So we could say if uploaded file is there, if uploaded underscore file, it has some value. So what should we do? We simply want to show it on the screen with we can specify the width equals 300, and caption should be uploaded medical image. That would be fine. If we just save it, and if we just try to upload my image once again, so if I suppose upload this image, so this is my image, and it says uploaded medical image. If I just cross it from here, the image will go. Now actually I want to give the heading to my response, so I could say st.title, and I could say here is the analysis based on your image. So now I will uncomment these two. Save my file, and all right, so it's time for our final testing. So let me just upload the image which I have just downloaded. So I just uploaded this image. This is also a case of some blisters or that. So if I just click on generate the analysis, so it says here is the analysis based on your image. So it's still running. So yeah, now you can see that detailed analysis. The image shows a close-up of a person's tongue. You can see right over here, there is a large, irregular, ulcerated lesion on the left side of the tongue. You can see right over here. The lesion is red with a wide necrotic center. The surrounding tissue is inflamed and edematous. Finding report is that the lesion on the tongue is concerning for squamous cell carcinoma. SCC is a type of cancer, that begins in the squamous cell, which are flat scale-like cells that line the surface of the tongue. SCC is the most common type of oral cancer. My God. The recommendation: patient should be referred to this specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist, for further evaluation. The specialist will perform a biopsy of the lesion to confirm the diagnosis of SCC. if the diagnosis of SCC is confirmed, the patient will need to undergo treatment. Treatment includes surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy. These are the common treatments for cancer, okay? The specific treatment options for patient will depend on the stage of cancer, patient's overall health, and patient's preferences. The specialist will discuss the treatment options with the patient and help the patient make a decision about the best course of treatment. The information provided is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider for any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. So you can see that it's looking really great and amazing. Okay, so now finally we can modify this thing as well. As you have seen that this appeared before, like this thing came up. Okay, for that behavior, what we can do, we can say like if response is available. Okay, if response is available, like then we should like do this. Okay, we should like printing this on screen, and this thing as well, which is like okay, writing the response on the screen as well. If I like save this thing, once again refresh the page, and I'm giving it like the same image. Okay, like this one, the image you can see right over here on the screen. If I click on like generate the analysis, so now you can see that when the response will be ready, only then we will see this line like here's the analysis based on your image. Okay, let's see. So you can see right over here that now we have like this okay, image, and this is our like text which it brought back. Okay, now this is actually looking like a cool application. You can see, I hope you have learned a lot about like Gemini Pro model. Okay, like it's like really super crazy. Like you have to design any application here with any use case. You have to like give it a system prompt, get back the response. If you're satisfied with your response, then just click on like get code. Okay, you can design any application using Curl, JavaScript, Android application using Kotlin, or iOS application using Swift. Okay, copy the code from here. Just get your API key from get API key section. Okay, if you want to like maneuver the safety settings, like if you don't want to block like any harassment content or like block few, you can do that. Hate speech, you can block few that. Explicit sexually explicit behavior, you can just control that as well, and dangerous content, you can control that as well. Okay, you can simply maneuver it according to your needs. Okay, you can maneuver the temperature of model from here as well. Okay, and after getting the code, you can like deploy this application anywhere. I hope you have learned a lot about this Google AI Studio and like how the things work on like Google's end. Okay, so that marks the end of this video. I hope you like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch you up in some other one. Till then, have a good day. Bye.